Hey everyone, how you doing today? As mentioned in our daily financial news, we have two experts, and our experts actually don't know the first video in each of these. They are going to go through that choices spreadsheet that I mentioned on the daily financial news. It is so important for me. I'm giving it away again. It is a part of my charged course, Get Your Money Right, at 99 bucks. But I just want people to realize that you have the power, you have the choices, and we're going to take both Matt and Omar through it, and we're going to find out how much money these guys spend. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome. And it's true. He just told me 3 minutes ago we're doing this paperwork. So I'm super excited, Mike. Let's do paperwork.
You have no idea what's coming.
I have no idea. It's
so
fine.
Let's just say, yeah, this was inspired by a couple of things I've seen on CNBC recently. It must be in my search or something or whatever, that Google thing. But basically, I've come across a couple of people who retired early, right? Financial independence, retire early, both in their 30s. Yep. And both of them retired on what I would consider modest passive income. One was 2,500. Yes. The other one, when you adjust for inflation, was like $4,000. And as you will see, people are going to see my numbers. Mine was closer to $9,000, right? But again, it's choices. So this ate at me for, I don't know, a good part of a week. I'm like, I got to get some ideas on paper. So we're going to do this together. And I challenge everybody watching this, even if you don't buy the course, take notes, do this yourself. So we're going to do this with Matt. So let me bring it up. And we're going to go through 10 categories.
I'm super ready. I'm super excited. It's always pleasurable to see other people's spreadsheets.
Yeah. So can you see this?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So here's the format.
I can.
We'll go through this once. We're going to do this 10 times. The other 9 times, we'll just go through the numbers. But basically, it's the same format for each category. I'm going to ask you to basically tell me what you spend a day or what you did 10 years ago or whatever, right? It's your deal.
Sure.
Now, in reality, if somebody was doing this, you would do this as a family, and then you would take notes, right? You would go in here and, I just said, I was quick when I was doing this, right? Total housing costs, blah, blah, blah. But then this is where it gets fun. So this is where you are today, but you do have choices. If you wanted, like I said, hey, I could sell my house, I could move to a cheaper part of town or a different country, and this is what I think we would spend, okay?
Yep.
But you also can go the other way, right? I have a dream, and people have asked me, what would I do? Well, I would love to have 2 or 3 houses around the world. That's not cheap, right? So we're going to do this in 10 categories. We'll just do the numbers, but in reality, folks, take this opportunity to write down, I would like to be here. I would do this. I would do that. Really get into this. So, all right, that's a long story. Hope again, copy it if you want, but it's in the course because I think it's choices that drive financial freedom. So, Matt, when you look at your housing costs, mortgage, rent, insurance costs, taxes, round numbers, what are you spending as a family right now?
So I would say we'd probably do it off of like 3 years ago, because that's right when I moved into a single family home.
Perfect.
Because again, for me, I was 17 years. I lived in quads, tris, or duplexes because I was house hacking the lumberjack program, and I was building for my dream. And that's where I think I want people to kind of be. So then when I first moved into that very first single family home, I want to say that, or actually when we were in that last duplex was, my mortgage was $2,600 a month.
All right. So we add taxes, insurance, call it 3,400.
Yep. Yeah. That's, so all in, I was 2,600. All in, I was 26.
Okay. All in,
I was 26. Yep.
Okay.
And I was renting out the other side for 16.
Okay. We'll just keep the mortgage at 2,600. Again, everybody can do.
You got it.
Thing. So if you were going to go move to a cheaper part of town or downsize or any of that, what do you think your minimum housing cost that you could accept is?
I would say, it'd be pretty close to that, just based on so I would say we'd probably be about 2K. I'd say we could probably be about 2K. We could probably find a place based on credit, knowing the market. We could probably find a place that would save us about $600 a month.
All right. Now, if you want to go Mac Daddy, splurge, high end, just enjoying life, 1 or 2 properties, whatever you want, whatever would be the biggest, Yeah, I have arrived.
I think my number is the same as yours, $7,500.
Okay, very
Yep.
cool. So we will do
Yep,
this.
my number's the same as yours.
We will do this 9
That
more.
would basically be,
Go ahead.
yeah, that would basically be like my primary residence and a secondary home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
You got
Yep.
it. So, all right, now cars. So again, just these are actually close to my numbers, right? I have no car payments, but insurance on a very nice car and a couple of cars and gas and all of that.
Sure.
So I'm about here. My low was, hey, I could sell these damn expensive cars, go get just one instead of having two. And then the other one is, you know what, let's go get a toy, right? Those were kind of how I got to these numbers.
Sure.
So where are you at today with, again, transportation, insurance, if you have payments, you know, all that?
Yes. So I'd say everything all in, we are about $700 a month.
Okay.
And that's because I own everything outright, but my wife's minivan, which is about $450. And so we're probably about $250 a month between insurance and other stuff.
Okay.
A month.
All right. And then if you wanted to go low end, kind of minimize, make some tough choices, what's the lowest you
we could get that number down to probably $400 a month. Like if we sold hers and bought a cheapie, you know, but safe. Yeah, we could probably get it down to about $400 a month. Yeah.
All right. Now you want to Mac Daddy it. You want to put a Lambo in the garage, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Well, what do you think
So I've looked at all those numbers. So all in, here's where New Hampshire is just a tiny bit better than California. You have more days you can drive it, but the days that I don't drive it don't cost me anything really. So what's really cool is that in New Hampshire, to get an insurance policy, a normal car insurance policy on a Lambo is only $1,800 a year.
Wow.
In California, that's about $9 grand, 10 grand.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
And same thing with registration of that car. Registration of that car is about $2,000, and in California it's like $8,000 or $9,000. So based on those numbers, I would consider that'd be a place where I would spend, probably including getting a Lambo. I mean, that would take us to probably about $2,000 a month.
Okay. All right, cool. We got 8 more. Now, food, this is a big one for us. I've been very clear with folks. The one place that Olivia and I splurge is on food. We eat out. We eat out at nice places. We're buying tomahawk steaks and lobster and crab. So again, our food budget this is for 2 people in my family is kind of beefy. But that's where we are. So where are you at? And again, you have little ones. So, you know.
Yes.
What's food?
So
eating out.
The good news is that they have growth spurts. So they also have the adverse of those. They also have the reverse of those, which is, I don't want it. I don't want it. And by the way, I'm so excited for us to meet and go out to dinner.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And we'll go to any of the places that you go. I'd say on a monthly basis, and this is monthly, right?
Yes, monthly.
Yeah, this is monthly. Okay. So on a monthly basis, I'd say we're probably honestly right around that $2,000 because we're a family of 5. So we're 2 adults, 3 kids. Yeah. So I'd say we're right around that $2,000. We do a pretty good job. We do a lot of we do some order in delivery. And the other thing that we started doing too was like a local chef who actually makes meals in the ready. So yeah, we're right around $2,000 a month. I think lowest option, if we had to do it, what I call the rice and beans diet, which I was on for a number of years when I was first starting out, I'd say, we could probably do it for about 800. I think those numbers are right for us. All right. Family of 5. If we ate out twice a day, every day, we'd probably be closer to $5 grand.
Okay. Very cool.
Just because it's 5 people.
Yeah.
So figure $1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000, a little over $1,000 a month per person.
All right. Entertainment. Now for us, this obviously includes my season tickets to the Warriors. We do like concerts and comedy shows and all of that, right? Going out, being an adult. So we were about 2K. And then obviously
entertainment, I would say, I mean, most of my entertainment comes for free on YouTube, watching Mike Zuber one rental at a time, or the Lumberjack Landlord. Either of those are great. Well, it's funny. My kids literally see you on TV and they go, Mr. Zuber.
I like that.
And so all the time. I would say, honestly, from a entertainment perspective, we're probably $500 a month. We're super cheap.
Nice.
Yeah, we're super cheap. And I think the lowest option would be we would just shut off cable and stuff like that. So if we had to, And remember, Mike, you and me growing up, they didn't have iPhones
No,
and everyone didn't have one.
no.
Like we were lucky when we had a house phone.
Yeah, exactly. I remember
And
that.
so I would say, I mean, I lived lowest option because I didn't have cable in our house until I was 16. So we had VHF and
Oh, yeah.
UHF.
I remember.
So I had like 7 channels, and that was only if I could get somebody to stand on the television going like this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would say the lowest we could go is probably $100 a month because we would have to have Wi-Fi
Sure.
through Comcast.
Cool. All right.
High end option. I mean, I would take that and just like average a trip over the course of the year. I think we could probably go to $2,000.
Okay. There
You
you
know,
go.
because we take no vacations either.
Oh, that's the next one. Vacations.
Yeah,
we
we're
do
super
like to
below.
fly business class or first class. We do stay at 5-star resorts. We are spoiled when we travel. You know, that's, I mean,
Yeah.
that's 30 grand when I look at that number. So we do spend, but we don't have to, right? You know, we just drive places,
Yeah.
you know, it's cheaper. So again, this is where we're
Yeah.
at. How about you?
I'm probably I used to fly out to Vegas a couple times a year, but I did it with all rewards points and things like that. And so out of money, it was maybe $1,000.
Okay.
And I would say lowest option we have is we've got a pool in the summertime and a hill in the wintertime. So
Okay.
like $50.
Okay. I can
Nothing,
put
you
zero.
know?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. I mean, zero's fine. Yeah.
Zeros
'cause-
works.
Yeah.
All right. And then if you wanted to go Mac Daddy and splurge.
Holy Lord.
It's fun to think about.
Dear God. Yeah.
That's a
you
lot
probably-
of seats
I mean,
on
probably
airplanes.
Yeah. Probably 10 grand because my wife would probably want to go to Australia.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So we'll go there eventually when the kids are older.
Here's one. This is going to be different. My kid's 30. Your kids are not.
Yeah. So clothes, toys, school, and extra. So right now, I would throw like a babysitter in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say we are probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we're probably $1,000 a month on the limited daycare that we use.
Okay.
And that's pretty limited. You know, our kids aren't in there every day. They're in their spot.
Okay.
So I'd say $1,000 on that. And then if we added clothes and toys and extras, we're probably, I mean, clothes and toys, we're very frugal on that. And we do the hand-me-down thing.
Mhm.
Has anybody picked up how much of a cheap ass I am? I would say we're probably like $1,100 a month.
I was expecting this number to be bigger, but okay, no problem.
It's very small for us because we do the hand-me-down thing. And the only perk to being a really old dad of 3 kids that age is that all of my friends, I'm cleaning out their attics.
I got you.
Because they're like, oh, hey, what about these clothes for the kids? And I'm like, sure. Why doesn't my kid need Gap clothes? Like your kid looked good 10 years ago.
Exactly.
And then I'd say lowest option I found is we could probably bring that to like $200 a month.
Okay.
If we just very light on the babysitter, and then high end would be just like full-time nanny and clothes, and that would be probably $5,000.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Hobbies, you know, membership, books, supplies. I mean, I'm trying to think of other categories.
Yeah. I would say so. I have what I call fun money, and it's usually from money, but then I use it on something fun again.
Mhm.
So it's like its own self-sustaining, like how boring am I, Mike? Like its own self-sustaining organism, my hobby. So I would say memberships, books, supplies, etc. I would say $100 a month.
Okay.
And we would just go to zero. If money were tight, we just wouldn't do it.
Yep. Okay. And then the other
high
side?
end. I'm not a golfer, so we save a lot of money. I would say we could probably get that. I mean, easily we could be at $1,000 a month in memberships. You know, like all sorts of different stuff around town. Yeah, exactly.
All right, insurance. Yeah, this is a big one for us. I mean, our health insurance is $1,900. So,
so mine is after employee contribution. I think mine still is about $800 a month after.
Okay.
$800 a month after their chip in.
Yeah.
And then we spend, we have insurance policies and things like that. And so that's probably, it's probably 1,900 total.
Okay. Yep.
Lowest option we found, obviously, we would if we had no money, we would just do no life insurance or
Mhm.
yeah, we wouldn't do life insurance. We
Mhm.
would just do the employee health thing. And so, low side would be $800.
Okay. Oops. 800. And then high end.
Yep. I would just do more insurance,
Right.
that special insurance that they have that pays a premium, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I would
Raise the
probably,
payouts.
I'd probably be, yeah, 2,800 is fine. Yeah, I'd
Okay.
probably be around there.
All right.
Just increase my contribution.
All right. So again, dry cleaning, new clothes, etc. It wasn't a big deal for us, but some people, they got outfits and stuff to go get.
So that is probably that $500 is so we spend monthly or so for the year. I just looked at this actually because I did taxes last year.
Mhm.
We did like 1,500 last year
Okay.
on clothes. My wife, thank God, is not a clothes person.
All right. So that's
So
300 bucks.
so that's
Or no?
like,
Hold on. You
yeah,
said
well,
1,500.
1,500 last year.
So that's like
Yeah. So we're
150
like
bucks.
call it 150 a month.
All right.
It's actually, yeah.
And then this
And then lowest option is we have enough clothes.
0.
Yeah.
And high end.
High end, like, yeah, I mean, we're not really we're not really close. Yeah, 50, yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
tops,
other,
yeah.
I don't know if you have other expenses or charities or just other things that maybe we haven't covered. I didn't know what to throw in here.
Yeah,
so
we give a lot away. I'd say
Okay.
we probably give away
I'm going to put charity in here because I forgot to cover that.
yeah, I would say we probably give away 30 grand a year
Oh,
to different charities.
so that's 2,500 roughly.
So it's 2,500 a month. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's probably more than that actually, but we'll say 2,500.
All right.
We like to give back to a lot. There's a lot of charities we love that really are good local charities that we've
So you're
volunteered at.
boring and have a big heart. That's what I just learned.
Well, yeah, I think it's because I'm boring that I can be generous.
There's some of that. Yeah. All right.
I
So
mean, hey, work out in like, work out in like a women's shelter or work out in
Yeah.
like a homeless shelter. And if you really believe that 250 that you need to spend on 3 games
Yeah.
is more important than what that's doing for those folks, like I can justify doing some of that stuff for myself, but I want to make sure that I'm giving back first. That's the first priority.
Well done. On the low end.
Low end, yeah, like, so if we had to, we could cut out those things if we had to, like if I, lost my job and no one was paying rent and we couldn't afford our bills, we could take that number down to 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to do more,
infinity, 10 grand. I mean, if we had more, I'd give that much more. So,
all right. So this is going to be interesting. Now we're going to go back to the summary page and realize what your choices mean. And again, the whole idea of this exercise is, where are you today, right? A lot of people talk financial freedom and don't realize you control the damn choices. You want to know how big the freaking hill is? You make the choices. So we're going to find out where I'm at. Any idea? Do you have any idea where we're at here?
No, I have no idea.
It's going to be interesting. I think that high end number is going to be scary.
I agree.
All right, here we go. Damn! Oh my God, look at
that. 45 grand a month. Damn, I'm expensive.
Think about that. Almost $46,000 a month. That's 550 grand a year.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, the good news is high end ain't happening anytime soon.
But again, look at the low side. The low side is 1/10 of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I promise you.
Because honestly, Mike,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, honestly, for us, we haven't, we lived so frugally for so long. Like my wife and I have been married almost 15 years. We waited for 10 until we started having kids. So we were really, really frugal for a very long time so we could do more at this point in life. So yeah, honestly, this
is what I want people to see in this. This is what I think you just said. So I'm going to repeat it.
Yeah,
so
please.
Your family consciously chose, your wife, consciously chose to live on the low end of this scale for as long as possible. Right.
Yes.
And I promise you folks, it is a lot easier to climb a financial freedom hill at $4,300.
Yeah.
Once you get there and you surpass that with passive income, i.e. rentals, you can expand your lifestyle.
Right.
And it doesn't force you to work more and all of those things. So Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. Do you think you're really about 12 grand monthly expenses? That kind of feel right today?
Yeah, we're probably around, that.
Yeah,
I'd
plus or
say, yeah,
minus 10 or
yeah, plus or minus,
15%.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, we're probably right around that. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I do feel good about this. And this is what I was hoping for. So thank you for going through this. Again, folks, financial freedom is possible, but as you've just seen,
It
you
is.
have choices. And I got to tell you, this is pretty awesome, right? The low end is 4,300. The, the high end's 45 grand. Oh man, that's fun. Well, thank you for going through that with me, folks. Please do this exercise yourself. Have fun with it. Those extra cells in that worksheet are for you to fill in, and have fun with it, right? Oh, we could live here, we could do that, I could get this car. Think about the low, think about the high,
Yeah.
and just realize your choices drive this. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that this is an awesome, awesome piece of, what you do for folks. And, what we actually put out too on lumberjacklandlord.com and also on the YouTube channel, we put out a spreadsheet that actually is an expense tracker for 30 days.
Nice.
Because I found that on average, when I help people, because I talk to people like in that early in the early spectrum, that 18 to 26, 18 to 28, a lot of times we don't even talk about real estate. We start off with the personal finances, like much what you do. But the funny thing is they'll tell you, yeah, geez, I probably spend about, $1,500 a month or $1,800 a month. And then I show them they're actually spending 3 grand, 32, 35. One person thought that they spent about $2,200 a month. They spend 5 grand a month. And the crazy thing is that their income's 4,600.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
And I was like, this is the problem. I just found out why you have no money. Look, it's the numbers. And so the funny thing is like, we're laughing about that now, but it's because everybody is completely not understanding of taking everything into account. Use your spreadsheet, use my spreadsheet, use the two of them in tandem together, and you will likely find that you're spending way more than you think you are, and that you can live for way less.
That's the
way,
key.
way less.
Exactly.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, so cool. So cool. Thank you for going through this with me. I know it was a little tedious. I appreciate it.
Oh no, I loved it. Thanks so much, Mike.
Yep.